Hey, welcome to Beyond the Box Score podcast. This is episode 2. My name is Danny. I'm your host. We're going to jump right into things. We're right in the middle of the Delaware High School football playoffs. The quarterfinals were yesterday and then today. So we're just going to recap some of the scores. Look forward to some of the brackets for next week's matchups. And as of right now, recording time, we got 10 of the 12 games over with in the results. There's 2 more games going on right now, which is Lake Forest taking on Archmere, a 4 and 5 seed. They play today at 7 p.m. And then also Red Lion and Laurel, number 3 and the 6 seed, play at 7 o'clock also, and they're both in the 2A bracket. So start off, number 1 Brandywine was the number 1 seed in the 1A bracket. They defeated Concord yesterday, 42-8. With that victory, they're going to play the winner of Newark Charter and St. Elizabeth, which Newark Charter defeated St. Elizabeth 28-16 today, so the 5 seed. So it's going to be number 1 Brandywine and number 5 Newark Charter. They're going to play it Friday, November 21st at 7 p.m., and the game's going to be at Brandywine. On the other half of the 1A bracket, you have Seaford, number 2 Seaford defeated Glasgow 35-7 behind 2 touchdowns, 2 from Evans and 2 from West. So they're going to advance and they're going to stay at home and they're going to play the winner of the number 6, number 3 game, which was McKean. McKean come down with 30-some seconds left, scored a touchdown against Conrad, went for 2 points and won the game. So an amazing game today. McKean moving on to drive down to face Seaford. And they're going to play on Saturday at 7 p.m. So that game, the 1A games, one's going to be on Friday at 7 p.m. and the other one's going to be Saturday at 7 p.m. As we move down to the 2A bracket, number 1 Indian River took care of business against Odessa and beat them 42-7. It was a great game overall by Indian River. Dylan Grice, the quarterback, was 11 for 20 with 196 passing yards. Czar Henry carried the ball 17 times for 105 yards and 2 touchdowns on the night. And then wide out, Darnell Stokes carried the ball for 8 times for 166 yards and had 3 rushing touchdowns on the night. So just a great job overall offensively. And then adding to that is Brendan Luce had 4 catches for 101 yards. They did it on the offensive side, but they also did it on the defensive side. A great night overall team defense. Ricky Wiggins had 7 tackles and 1 sack. Landon Irby had 7 tackles also. Brendan Luce had 8 tackles. Alan Hernandez had 2 sacks on the evening. And Ube Pringle had 4 tackles and 1 sack also. So just working on both sides of the ball there, Indian River moving on. So they're going to take on the winner of the number 4 and the number 5 game that we mentioned earlier. It's not completed yet. So that'll be between Lake Forest and Archmere. So whoever wins that game tonight between those two will go to Indian River, and that game will be on Friday at 7 p.m. So the winner of that game tonight goes down to Indian River. And we could definitely see a rematch between the great game a week ago between Indian River and Lake Forest. So we'll see what the result is tonight, and we'll go from there. On the bottom half of the bracket, the number 2 Howard Wildcats, they defeated number 7 St. Mark's yesterday 24-10. So they move on, and they're going to play Saturday at 1 p.m. at Abyssinia Stadium. And they're going to play the winner of as we talked about earlier, the number 3 Red Lion and number 6 Laurel. Whoever wins that matchup will get to take on Howard, number 2. And once again, that game is at Saturday at 1 p.m. at Abyssinia Stadium. The final bracket, the 3A bracket, all 4 of those games took place on Friday of this week, so we have the results for all those. Number 1 Middletown defeated St. George's, just firing on all cylinders offensively, and handled business 42-6. They're going to play the winner. They play the winner of the number 4, number 5, Appo and Caravel, which Appo defeated Caravel in a very close game, 28-21. Moving on. So that game is going to be number 1 Middletown and number 4 Appo, and they're going to play Friday at 7 p.m. at Middletown Stadium. On the bottom half of the bracket, the number 2 Smyrna Eagles defeated Caesar Rodney, who was number 7, 52-27. Just a high explosive game from Smyrna once again. Drew Marks with 2 touchdown runs, a 51-yard run, and a 25-yard touchdown run also. Kearney had 3 rushing touchdowns, and converted 4 2-point conversions on the evening. Phoenix Enriquez also had a 4-yard touchdown run, and they did it multiple ways. They had a block punt, they had a safety, so really getting after it. With that victory, they get to take on number 3 Sally's, who defeated number 6 Cape Henlopen 31-12 on Friday night. So that game is going to be at Smyrna High School Friday night at 7 o'clock. So Sally's going to take that trip down to Smyrna, which is definitely a difficult place to play. Got a very big hometown support, so it's just really going to be an amazing game. Just to mention that Sally's game in their victory, E.J. Cotton had 19 carries for 119 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Jet Healy also had a touchdown. So just great game by E.J. Cotton. And you know, these next semifinal matchups are going to be some great games. So this Friday and this Saturday, we're going to proceed and move on to the semifinals. And just want to wish everybody, you know, the best of luck moving forward. Everybody at Advance, congratulations. Even the teams that lost this past week, congratulations on making the tournament. A great season, and looking forward to next year already. So that's what we have for the football wrap-ups. All right, and that's a recap of the quarterfinals, the Delaware High School football quarterfinals. And now joining us in studio, I'm pleased to announce that we got 2 guests. We got 2026 Vince Evans III joining us, and we got 2026 Brendan West, running back and defensive end of Seaford. So welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a pleasure.
Yep. So let's talk about you know, first of all, congratulations on a great regular season. We had Coach on last week. So coming from where you guys were at last year, 2-8, to finishing where you were this year, 9-1, and coming within a close game with Indian River, finished 10-0 of finishing another 10-0 season. So just a great turnaround. What do you guys contribute to that turnaround? I mean, this is you didn't play last year as quarterback. You were there, correct?
Yeah.
What do you think the transition was?
I think Coach Glenn really changed everybody's mindset. I think bringing in Glenn was a big part. He changed everybody's mindset, and when he came in, he made it clear that we were gonna make history. And at first, you know, it was a little rusty at first. March, not even football season, nobody, you know. But once August came, everybody started coming out there. And then once we got regular season, after that IR game, that's when it really clicked. Everybody was like,
it was really just like a lot of hard work, and everybody. Once we got everybody on it, because you know we got younger guys. That's mostly what our team is. So once we got everybody committed on that one goal, which was getting to the championship, it was just a go from there. Everybody stuck together. Everybody stuck to the plan, and it was better than all the years I've been here.
That's awesome. And one thing that Coach talked about last week was like you guys' ability to work hard.
Mm-hmm.
He said everybody from, you know, the time you guys were allowed to, you know, start drills and start, you know, things like that. He said everybody was there every day working hard, trying to get better. And that just means a lot. So, you know, of course, you guys' leadership as being seniors was a big part of that. So great job. This last week, today's Saturday, so yesterday you guys faced Glasgow. You're the number 2 seed in the tournament in the 1A, and Glasgow was the number 7 seed, and you guys defeated them 35-0. I think the halftime score was 13-0. You guys, it was a competitive game to kind of start the game off, and you made some halftime adjustments. You want to tell us about that? Tell us what went into the first half and then what you guys did at halftime to adjust.
When we came into the first half, we knew we had they wasn't just gonna lay down, let us come. So we know it was gonna be a dogfight from the get-go, which it was. And after the first snap, it basically showed us what we was working with and what we needed to adjust in. It was in our offense and defense and our running scheme. So we had to get the ball outside rather than going inside, because that's where most of the defensive guys was.
Okay.
So we just adjusted on that a little bit. And coming in at halftime, we found out that we had defense slipping out. We adjusted on that, got that together, and then from there, it was just good. It was a good game.
Awesome. What about you, Vince?
I think it still go back to that mindset. Senior night, it's big night. Everybody focus on senior night. You know, like still mindset still not fully where it's supposed to be. So then just small mental mistakes like dropping the ball, like slipping. You can't control slipping, but like slipping, bad snaps, missed tackles, like little stuff like that. But like we were still just getting adjusted, still getting warmed up, and we also are a second half team. Like you see most games, second half we come out and dominate the second half normally. So once we came out, once we went back and adjusted, watched film, watched everything at halftime, we knew when we came out
Okay.
we shut it down.
Brendan, what do you guys do to stay, or what is the coaching staff saying, or what are you guys telling each other to stay focused? Because to be transparent, there was a lot of games that you won this year that weren't close. You guys outscored your opponent huge. Last couple weeks you played early college, which was kind of a big disparity in the score in the game. The last game of the year, St. Andrews forfeited, correct? So you guys had a couple weeks off where it really wasn't competitive, and then to jump right into, the playoffs, playing Glasgow, which was building and growing through the season. Like, what are you guys doing? What are you guys saying to your team about how you can't let down, how you can't get down? The next game's going to get harder, McKean's going to get harder, and like ultimately going towards your goal.
Well, we know when every time we come in practice, we know we got a job to do and we got a job to finish. Like, it's no letting up, no stepping off the pedal. We got to keep our foot on the pedal the whole time. And once we let up, that's when somebody could take advantage of us. And then they could win just that easy. So we got to always be ready to fight, no matter if it's a bad team or a good team. Doesn't matter who it is. We got to go our hardest and give it all we got. And we all know that.
What are you guys looking forward this week? You guys, McKean kind of upset Conrad. Conrad was the 3 seed. McKean come back today, scored, I guess, with like 30 seconds left, went for the 2-point conversion. Left it all out there and won the game. So you guys got McKean coming down to you guys at the Nest. Of course, the game's going to be Saturday at 7 p.m. What are you doing to prepare for them?
Right now, we just trying to take it one step at a time. So now we focus on McKean. We making sure everybody right now is watching film. Everybody needs to watch film, see what they need to be doing, see what they need to study, see anything that they lack on. We got to pick it up as a team, coaches, players, everybody, and coming in practice with that mindset that focus on your own job. If everybody focuses on their own job and what they have to do, they'll execute it. I trust everybody on my team. I trust everybody on my team. As long as, man, we got too many athletes. When we're gonna execute.
Okay, awesome. All right. And then of course the winner of that game gets to move on to the state championship game at Del State. So I know you guys are, not looking too far ahead, looking at McKean first, but the ultimate goal was to end up there and put yourself in a position. I think it's just awesome. Like Coach Phillips talked about last week. Like Seaford's always been known for, a tough city, good athletes, great athletes, basketball for the most part, but just this winning tradition with football, everybody coming out and supporting it. It's a great thing for the city. So just, congratulations on what you guys are doing to kind of help your city. All the people looking at you guys and watching you and supporting you. So just, good luck the rest of the way of the playoffs. And I'm sure we'll talk again after the season. So, as far as you, Vince, we got, you committed a while back to play Division I baseball in the Big South at Presbyterian, correct?
Yes.
What went into that decision? Can you tell me about, for one, you're a multi-sport athlete. You play high level in basketball. You're high level in football. You're high level in baseball. I tell people all the time, and I don't necessarily tell you because I don't want your head to be too big or whatever the case may be. But I'm older than you. Like I always look at down here, in the state. Delano DeShields was probably one of the best athletes ever to come out of Delaware. If not, talking to him, probably the best, probably like overall. I really believe like with your impact on all the sports that you play, like just you're an amazing talent, and like overall, I can't think, and I thought about it for the last couple of weeks, like if anybody down this way or in our area in southern Delaware, Kenton, Sussex, just has a better overall talent than you in multiple sports. So that's just it's amazing to see you watch and see you play. So for one, I'm excited for you. What made you choose baseball over the other sports and pursuing the other sports?
I like a challenge. I like a challenge. So I think baseball is definitely a harder sport to play. I feel like it. No other player, like nobody can tell me it is not hard to step in a box and try and hit a 90-mile-per-hour fastball with and then somebody throw a 70-mile-per-hour curveball. You can't tell me that's not one of the hardest things to do. I like a challenge. I think challenging myself to play baseball and to achieve that goal, to do that would shock everybody, especially where I come from too. Nobody would expect me to probably succeed in baseball or really succeed in anything, because everybody think Seaford got athletes who they're good, but they don't do much with it. But that's not that, and I'm just trying to prove everybody wrong, show them that like no matter how hard it is, I'm gonna be able to do it. And plus, I talked to the coach. Once I met the coach, it just clicked right there. Me and the coach had Coach O'Neal, that's his name. Me and him have a great bond, and ever since then, ever since I got to know him, he got to know me. It's just like that became one of my not a friend, but like that's a good person that I feel like I can trust to like be around and to live around. You feel me?
Sure,
like,
absolutely.
Yeah, so
that means a lot. Going off to college, like it's not an easy transition.
Yeah,
so like
it's 9 hours away too.
You're looking. You can't just and I know your family's supportive and they would show up in a second to help you. But like being away and not having somebody, but having somebody you can trust and rely on, and you have a great relationship means a lot, and it just builds a trust factor for you going away to that. So that's awesome. So good job. As you guys are athletes and student athletes inside of Seaford, the community itself. And one thing that, and I'm not saying you guys don't do this, but we're just going to talk about it as far as, the expectations and this show's not just about sports and being a great athlete and, beating your opponents and things like that. We're trying to build things in the community. We're trying to build life skills. We're trying to talk about life skills. So you guys just know the impact that you guys are out here on the football field, you guys are out here on the baseball field, you guys are playing basketball. All eyes are on you guys at all times, right? So from parents to coaches to kids in the community, you guys got a responsibility. And if one of you guys want to chime in and tell me what it means to you, but just about always doing the right thing and people looking at you and believing when they're 7 years old that Vince can go to college and play baseball. You know what I mean? At a high level, or it can be all state and possibly all three sports. They're looking up to you. What can you say to them kids, or what does that stuff mean to you guys?
It means a lot, especially like being a leader from Seaford. It's extremely hard, cause we really the only all them kids look up to us. Like when we went to the middle school, all the kids trying to get our autographs, like we in the major leagues and the pros, and it's like seeing that is like these kids really look up to us and watch us every single day. Like my mom always calling me, telling me, "Oh, this person in the elementary class said he wants to meet you. They love number one. Number one did this, all that." And it's like, we young, so here and there we might slip up, do something dumb, but it's never intentional. But we still kids, still learning, but we just trying to be the best we can for all the kids coming from Seaford. We just trying to show everybody like Seaford is not what everybody think it is, because it's really not.
And knowing that we got people looking up to us, that's an extra thing on our shoulder that make us just want to go harder, because knowing we got we lead a positive leadership, and we showing that just makes us want to go harder, because knowing we could do that, why not want to keep showing that to the world, knowing we could do that, and we can go farther in life.
Sure, absolutely. I agree 100%. So great job. I see you guys doing it, and I don't, I mentioned it, but just I'm glad you brought it up. Like when you go to the middle school and things like that, you guys you guys do a lot of stuff with the youth and the kids, and a lot of people look up to you. So if you guys enjoy that moment and you know what that means, always hold on to that. Don't ever lose that feeling that somebody's looking up to you. Somebody would love to be in your shoes. Somebody would like to, be playing just like you one day. So things like that. So just make sure every move you guys make throughout the town, even when you're not in school, when you're out in the community or doing whatever the case may be, just keep that mindset, all right?
Yes, sir.
Cool. Well, guys, I really appreciate both of you stopping in today, joining us for the podcast. Best of luck this Saturday against McKean and the rest of the playoffs, all right?
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, thanks again, guys. Appreciate you. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, bro.